Good, right? All right. Shalom, shalom. We're the brothers of GMS Chicago coming back at you with another lesson. Before we begin, we're going to give all praises and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And shalom to the rest of you brothers that are laboring and pushing this word in truth and sincerity and with charity. Like I mentioned before, we're the brothers of GMS Chicago. And what we're going to go into today is pretty much endurance. Okay, because this truth that we're a part of is all about endurance. The scriptures say that he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. All right, and as we see the end approaching, because we see the signs of the times, right before we went live, we were talking about all the events that are happening worldwide, especially the signs in the heavens, all right, that's happening all over the world, all right. So this lets us know, right, that we're close to the second coming of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? So with that comes Satan, our adversary, trying to sway us away from the truth, all right, through his tricks, right? The scriptures say to put on the whole armor of God that we may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, right? That word wiles goes into...
I got it for you. I'm going to get it for you, bro. This Ephesians 6, and let's start at 10. It say, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you might be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And when you go into this word wiles,
Strong's G 3180, Methodiah.
So Methodiah G 3326. They go into cutting, art, deceitful, crafty, trickery. You got it.
There you go. And that's what our adversary is going to come with from different, angles and whatever, your girl, your job, Esau, You got something? Come on, you got it.
This 2 Timothy 4 and verse 5. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry.
Right, that's how we make full proof of our ministries, by enduring all those things, right? Because, like I said, it says, be strong in the Lord, all right? So when all these things happen and attack us, right, we have to always go back to our power, which is the scriptures, all right?
I know. This is 1 Peter 5 and 8. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
There you go. And that's his job, right? So he's doing his job, you got to do your job, all right? What's it say in Job, right? That Satan, through the Lord's will, all right? You got to understand that it was the Lord that sanctioned Satan to do all that he did to Job, right? And the Lord, he boasted about Job. Have thou considered my servant Job, right? So that's how the Lord should boast about us, all right? When we go to all these things, as it says in, I believe, the book of James, you have seen the patience of Job and the end of the Lord, that he is very pitiful of tender mercies, all right? Because our job is to endure unto the end, man.
Verse 9, it says, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world.
So we're all going through afflictions, one way or the other. All right, we have each other to comfort one another. All right, it says, iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend.
Yeah.
All right, so we got each other to exhort, right? To encourage and to edify. You got something?
I got one. Oh, you got it, bro.
This 2 Timothy 2 and verse 4, 2 and 3. This 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 1. Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahushua, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Hamashiach. No man that warreth and take himself with the affairs of his life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier.
Right. So it says to endure hardness as a good soldier. When you go into that word soldier, right, it goes into a champion for the cause of Yahushua.
Yeah.
Okay? So what does a champion do? He fights to the end. Right? It ain't gonna come easy. It's gonna get hard, and it's gonna get harder towards the end of it.
It's gonna get even harder. Cause it's already somehow kind of hard. You know, you battling the cares of the world. You battling your wife, or you know, bodily afflictions. You know, we all go through different avenues when it comes down to this truth. But imagine when you don't have no lights, or no food in your refrigerator, or Esau locked down the city, man. Now that's when your faith really be tried. It tell you in Revelations. Matter of fact, you get that Revelations, I believe 3, if I ain't mistaken. Because this really when our faith really kick in. I think 10.
Okay. This Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
See that? That's when our faith really kick in. Because guess what? That's when that MOTB can come, man. That's when we really gonna be able to have to call upon the Lord, man. When all hell breaking loose, when they cut everybody off, man, then we gonna really see how hard it really is, man.
Hey, well, the Lord compared our salvation, I believe it's in 2nd Esdras, to a woman giving birth. The closer she gets to that baby being delivered, the stronger the pains get. You know, so the closer we get to our salvation, the more shit we're gonna go through, man. This is why the Lord, he said, I tell you these things so you should not be offended. So we can know what we're coming into, and we can know what we have to do in order for us to be ready for these trials and tribulations.
Yeah, because hey, you know Satan is working. Satan is literally trying to take you out this truth, man. That's his whole job, man. To shift you. Matter of fact, I got that. This Luke 22 and 31. It said, and the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan had desired to have you, that he might shift you as wheat. But I have prayed for thee that faith fall not, and when thou art converted, strengthen thy brother. So the more, you conquer this battle, you conquer Satan, you get stronger in your mind. We were just saying, hey, yeah, things is getting harder, but we are getting stronger through the spirit, man. Hey, the scriptures say what? Saul's house waxed worse, while David's house got stronger. Know why we getting stronger? Because we're getting stronger through the spirit. We're getting stronger through our faith. So the Lord is putting us through trials and tribulations, man. And guess what? We are conquering those things, man. Hey, the scriptures say we can do all things through who? Mashiach. We already won the battle. But we have to endure. We have to keep fighting so that we can get that crown of life, man. Like the brother said in James. You got it though, brother.
This Revelation chapter 3 and verse 11. It says, behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
Don't let no man take thy crown, man. And when you go into that no man, it literally going to not anyone, not even yourself, man. Because guess what? You is your biggest enemy in this truth, man. Your flesh, Satan playing in your mind, telling you not a man of the Lord. Hey, you procrastinating, don't want to do things. You getting lazy through the spirit, man. It happens. Or you just working too much. You out of balance. These are all the things that we was talking about it before the camera came on, man. You got to have that proper balance when it comes down to the truth, man. And when you fall out of balance, it's up to you and the Lord to get back on balance, man. And it does help by coming around Akim, man. Going to class more. Studying more, man. Praying more, man. Start cutting off the things that you was doing and start adding more things through the spirit, man. Hey, cause Salaki, bro, you got it.
No, I just had something to back you up. You know, we gotta do things that cut off things that are unprofitable, things that are profitable to our salvation. You know, to our growth. This is Galatians 5:16. It says, "This I say then: walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh." And walking in the spirit is everything that the elder brother Menachie was speaking about. Being with brethren, doing lessons, reading, you know, fasting, praying, all of that is walking in the spirit. The more we do that, the less we'll fall victim to the flesh. Verse 17, "For the flesh lusted against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to another, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would." You know, so it's always a constant battle. That's why we gotta constantly be in the spirit, and so like that we can constantly beat the flesh and be more on point when it comes to being balanced. It says, I'm gonna skip down to verse 25. It says, "If we live in the spirit, let us also walk in the spirit."
Mm-hmm.
So us walking in the spirit is really what gives us that victory. You know, so as long as we do that, hey, we're gonna overcome everything. Sometimes we're gonna fall, but guess what? It's just man fall at a certain time, gets back up again. You know.
Well, that's putting on the whole armor.
That's true, brother. That's true. I got a precept for you. This Sirach 38:24. It say, "The wisdom of a learned man come by opportunity of leisure, and he that have little business become wise," man. So when you come in this truth, hey, I understand we got life and affairs and children we have created in this world, but guess what? We got to remember our first time. Our first love, man. So you have to get back into the basis of what got you, what made you become the man that you are today, man. The man of the Lord, hey, the spirit, man. And that's what, put in that work, put in that time, man. Yeah, it seems like we don't have no time, but hey, you got to force yourself with time, man. You got to make time, man. And I'm talking first and foremost of myself because lately I've been lacking, man. And I can actually confess, man. Because that's the whole purpose of this truth. It say confess and then you shall make yourself to salvation, man. So confess your faults. Yeah, we have fallen short. I'm not sitting up here as, oh, I'm just this super duper Israelite. No. I'm telling you humbly that I have fallen short. But the scriptures say when you have come astray of the Most High, what you must do? Seek him 10 times harder, man. Now it's time to me to get back to the basics and go much harder through the spirit, man. And not abide in the flesh. Because the flesh gonna beat your ass, man. We know this. Hey, Satan is gonna plague your mind, man. That's his job, to frustrate you, man. To take you out this truth. But as long as we got Yahweh Shem Messiah, hey, we have the comforter. And the comforter is what's gonna hold us up in those days and the times that we live in there, man. I know you got something, brother.
God, this is Galatians 6:8. It says, "For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not. As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith." So don't get weary, all right, doing the faith. All right, and if you do get weary, the Lord gave us the playbook on what we should do to get stronger. The scriptures say, "I can do all things through Hamashiach that strengthens me." So if you don't believe you can get stronger, it's because you lack belief. You can't say it's because of the Lord why you failed. It's on you. The Lord gave us the playbook. We just got to run the play. All right?
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Well, the scripture tell you in James, I'm gonna get it for you, brother. If you ever lacking anything, you read this scripture right here, man. It's James 1 and let's start at 4. It say, but let patience have a perfect work, that you might be perfect, entire, wanting nothing. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh, that giveth to all men liberty, and upbraided not, it shall be given to him. So if you lack anything, who must you first and foremost go to? The Most High. You can never get nowhere without the Lord, man. If you need anything, we must go to him, man. Remember, when you read in the book of Luke, let's get Luke the 12th chapter, man. And remember, the Lord knows things before we even ask. He just want to know if you're going to get to ask him, man. And Luke.
You said 12?
Luke 12. And let's start at 27.
This Luke chapter 12 and verse 27. It says, Consider the lilies, how they grow. They toil not, they spin not, and yet I say unto you, that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these.
Mm-hmm.
If then the Most High so doth clothe the grass, which today is in the field, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, how much more will he clothe you, O ye of little faith?
You got to think, the Lord feed the birds, the animals. So you think the Lord is not going to feed you? You think the Lord is not going to give you, especially if you're doing what? The work of Yahweh Shema Messiah? You got to believe that. So if you asking the Lord to get increase in wisdom, it could be even in some carnal things, man. You might be going through financial situations. If you praying to the Lord to increase you a little bit, you think the Lord don't fucking hear you? Lord said that he hears the cries of the righteous, man. So the more we crying into the Lord, the more the Lord is going to hear us and do and perform the things that you want, man. But it have to be done in due season, man. It have to be done in sincerity, man. You have to actually want these things, because some things that you pray for can take you out this truth, man. Praying for a woman or praying for things that doesn't even benefit you in the truth. You know why you don't have certain things? Is because it's not time for those things, man. I'm glad I don't have a woman, man. Paul said what? A man that don't have a wife can pertain to the things of the Lord, man. That's where our mind's supposed to be at, man. Not upon all of the stain of the life. But if you do have a woman, you have what? You sustain the things how you might please her. Even though it's not going on, but then your time is limited, man.
Like it ain't already limited.
You already got limited time. Now you want to limit your time even more by having kids. But we have those things. I'm not saying that you can't have those things, but you have to remember what's much more important, man.
Remember your first love.
Remember your first love. Salaki, keep going. And that Luke.
That's Luke chapter 12 and verse 29. It says, And seek not ye what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, neither be of doubtful mind. For all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things.
See, all this other heathen worry about those things. We shouldn't worry about those things because the Lord already know our heart. He literally know what we're going to ask before we even ask it. And he programmed us, man. He created us. He know you want that big booty bitch. He know you need some money. But guess what? And he want to know if you really sincerely do want those things, man. Or in that time, you might not need it at that point in time. And then if you wait, because you like Jay like to force the course of the river. But if you wait in due time, he's going to give it to you in due season. Maybe that big booty bitch might take you out the truth. So he ain't going to give it to you at that time, man. and now you get stronger through the Spirit, and you do more work for the Lord, now he might bless you like, oh, here you go. You've been doing your work. I've been seeing you, bro.
It's always at the right time.
It's always at the right time, brother. You got it, huh? So I
This 1 John chapter 4 and verse 14. It says, and this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. And we know that he hear us. Whatsoever we ask, we know that we have the petitions that we desire of him. So as the scripture say, the Lord ears is open unto our cries. The Lord hears what we're praying about. You know, but as the brother was going into, you got to have faith and believe that the Lord will give you what you need in due season. You know.
come. You got something?
This is Sirach 39 and 33. All the works of the Lord are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season. Right? So it might not be right there and then, the minute you prayed for it. You know, it's not going to come to your lap, but it's going to come in due season. Right? At the right time.
They forget sometimes it take time to crawl to walk, man. It's a period of time, even when the Lord's finna come back, man. Lord, it ain't gonna wake you in the truth, and all of a sudden the Lord just destroy this place.
That's how he thought when he first got here.
But we have to be built up.
Yeah.
Hey, your faith have to be built up, man. Hey, it's just like preparing for a fight. Ain't no way in hell you gonna go into a fight and you don't have no experience. You ain't got in the ring. You ain't trained. You ain't did shit. Now all of a sudden you think you gonna fight the greatest world fighter in the world. You gonna get your ass knocked out. But the more you train, you sweat through battle, like Murph said. Well, we sweat through practice so we don't fall in battle. Bleed and blather. And that's the whole purpose of this truth. Yeah, Satan coming. But guess what? We gonna use the scriptures. We gonna use Yahweh Shai to fight him. No matter what you do in any avenue, it get frustrated. But then, hey, the scripture tell you, hey, two together, woe to him that stand alone, man. And we not alone in this thing, man. We got literally Akim to help us to fight through that, man. Scriptures say what? Lift up the feeble knees, man. So when you are weak, you are strong.
In the Lord.
But you have to believe those things and understand those things because, hey, the Lord is always with us, no matter what, man. If you got something, I'm finna get this precept. Salakia. This is this ain't it. I'm gonna just get this Joshua. I was looking for a scripture. It's Joshua 1 and 8. It say, the book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate day and night, and thou shalt observe to do according to that all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosper, and then thou shalt have good success. So when you want good success when it comes down to the Lord, you must meditate upon the scriptures. You have to be studying. You have to be going to class. That's the only way to grow, right? It say, verse 9, having not I commanded thee, be strong of a good courage, be not afraid, neither be dismayed, for the Lord Yahweh is with thee wherever thou goest. The Lord is literally with us. This is the scripture I think I was looking for. Hey, the Lord's with us. How can anyone be against us when the Lord is literally with us? Even in the direst situations. You might feel like you lost the battle, but guess what? We're going to win the war.
This is Matthew 28 and 20. Teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. right? So this is Yahweh Shai speaking. All right, and he's with us to the end of the world. We go into that word "world." It's ion, which means a time. So forever. He's with us forever.
You literally gotta know that, man, because when the times we living in, hey, what we gonna go back and serve Esau? Hey, because Esau got some tricks. It say what if it was possible, he would deceive the hopeful elect. So he's gonna bring some tricks out his asshole, man. But guess what? The Lord have tricks too. The Lord had, well, he don't have tricks, he had miracles, man. Salakia. The Lord had miracles that he's gonna perform for the elect. Why you think when famine come, the scripture tell you how the elect shall be straight in that day. We don't have to worry about nothing when it comes down to this world, man. Yeah, it's a burden. It weighs you down. It frustrates you. But honestly, it shouldn't. Because when you read in Wisdom of Solomon, it should say, well, you get this wisdom, you are quickly without care.
That's right.
Why the fuck you even care so much, man? See, this truth start to tell you to let things go. Yeah, you might love your wife, your kids, but you gotta let those things go, man.
We're doing this, and we'll save that. You know, it'll save your wife and kids and whatever it is that you count dear to yourself. Doing this work is the thing that's actually gonna help if you want them to be saved, for them to be saved. You putting your attention more towards them and the Lord, then that's gonna cause them to be destroyed, man. But if I may get this right quick.
You got it, bro.
This is Hebrews 13:5. It says, "Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he had said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee." And that's what we gotta keep that in mind every time we're going through things, every time we're lacking certain things. Keep that in mind that some way, somehow, the Lord is gonna give us what we need in that exact time. And as long as we have the mentality, we're never gonna worry, and we're actually gonna see the Lord work his magic, his miracles. We're gonna be like, damn, I waited, I was patient, I trusted, I didn't worry about anything, and look, I got exactly what I needed, exactly at the right time. So I have one more, Isaiah 54:17. It says, "No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment shall thou shalt condemn." It says, "This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, say Yahweh." So those that are serving Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, this is their heritage. Them being protected, them being supplied with every needful thing every time they need it. So as long as we do this work, we're gonna be all right. The Most High is not unrighteous to forget our labor of love. He takes care of his servants, man. There's plenty of examples where he always looked out after the man that stood stiffly for his name. And the Most High is no different. Today, he's the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So as long as we do that, hey, the Most High is going to keep his word, and he's going to protect us, man.
I got a precept when y'all got one. This Psalms 37.
Start at the top, bro.
Brother, start at the top. Nah, this Psalm 37, and I'm gonna start at 20. I do want to start at the top, but it's 22, man. It say, "For such as he be blessed in him shall inherit the earth, and they be cursed of him shall be cut off. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delight in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down. For the Lord uphold him with his hands." So the Lord is always holding the righteous up, man. Like, even though you might stumble, things get hard, Satan fuck with you, but still, Lord still right there against you, man. You got to know that, right? It say, verse 25, "I have been young, and now I'm old. Yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread, man. So the Lord never is gonna put you. Matter of fact, you get that 1 Corinthians, the 10 and 13. No matter what we going through, the Lord is not gonna put on certain things that we not able to bear, man. Yeah, it might feel tough now. Yeah, but like I said, what is tough? We haven't seen tough, man. Tough is coming. But guess what? Even through that tough avenue, even though this hell trouble is coming, we still is gonna be saved out of trouble, man. We're gonna be delivered out of trouble, man. You got it?
Yep. This 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that you may be able to bear it.
See, you might be able to bear it, man. So even though we going through those things, and we all going through things, man. Yeah. So what? But we have to endure those things, man. Because without enduring, we'll never get that crown of life. We'll never be get to the kingdom of heaven. We're gonna be just like the rest of these 2/3. Maybe we're gonna be worse. If we fall out this truth.
Even many stripes.
Many stripes, man. That's why it's important. Hey, the scripture say you got this heavenly gift. You must teach it to the people, man. Declare it to the people, because without, it say, woe to him. Matter of fact, I get this one precept real quick, man. This Jeremiah. Damn. You'll get Jeremiah, I believe, 49.
Said 49.
Yeah, 49. Is it 49? 48.
48.
And 10.
Khan, it's Jeremiah chapter 48 and verse 10. It says, cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood.
See? Keeping his sword back from blood. So you get this truth and you don't want to teach it, you curse. Why not give the people the like Paul said, shun you to declare you the whole gospel, man? How you not going to tell the people the whole gospel? How you ain't going to teach them the things that pertain to salvation? To strengthen your brethren, man. We already losing on all aspects when it come down to this world. Esau, women. You know, Jake love they women. We lose on all them aspects, man. But guess what? We win through who? Yahweh Shalom Messiah. I ain't got nothing.
Say men don't light a candle to put underneath a bed or nothing like that. No, we got this truth to go out and teach, you know.
That's the number one job we have to do. Right? Told Peter, feed my lambs.
Yep.
Told him that 3 times.
Gotta go teach this truth, huh?
Yeah, quick one.
You got it, buddy.
It's 1 Corinthians 9 and 24. It says, know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run, that ye may obtain. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Temperate, meaning having self-control.
Mm-hmm.
Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I not as one that beateth the air, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. All right? So you got to understand what type of crown you're fighting for. All right? And put things in perspective. Because you got to, deny yourself in this truth and which is the flesh, basically. You got to put yourself in full control under the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You can't serve two masters. You can't serve the flesh. You can't serve the Lord. You can only serve one at a time. Like the scriptures tell you in the book of Revelations, you can't be hot nor cold. You got to be hot, otherwise he'll spew you out of his mouth.
That's right, brother.
You can't be lukewarm. You have to be on fire for the Lord. So you got to have self-control. And that's really one of the main things of self-control in this faith. They say, brothers say, your main enemy is you. You know what I mean? It's his flesh. That's why even as us individually, we can't save another brother. You know what I mean? We can teach, we can work, we can fight with them, but we can only enter in, like it tell you in our 2nd Esdras 7th chapter, how, hey man, one man entered at one at a time. You know what I mean? Like you can only really save yourself. You know what I mean? Because you can't just put another brother on your coattail and bring him in. He got to have his own self-control. He got his own battles, his own fears and errors, man, that he has to correct. So you really got to put yourself in subjection to get the correct crown, the crown the Lord wants to give you, man, which when he returns, man. He got many crowns, man, many mansions, many prizes for those that endure to the end, that finish their race, all right? But every man got to run his own race, man. Every man has his own lane that he has to go, that he has to run, all right? And it's all about endurance. This is a marathon, not a sprint. So it's on the Lord's time. You know what I mean? If you're of the elect, you're going to endure. If you're not, then you're just not.
You got it, bro? You got something? You got something to go? I ain't had nothing. I did want to bring this out on Salah. Yo, this Matthew, I didn't have nothing, but I had some, right? I'm bugged out. This Matthew 6, the bag of the brother, man. This Matthew 6:22. It say the light of the body is the eye. If that eye be single, the whole body shall be full of light. And if that eye be evil, the whole body shall be full of darkness. And therefore the light that is indeed be darkness, how great is that darkness? No man can serve two masters, for there he will hate one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other, yet cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon, man. And that's going right into what the brother said, man. Hey, we have to keep that eye single, man. Going back into everything that we were just saying, man. Yeah, Satan's gonna come. The Lord, Satan tempted Yahweh Shai. Hey, when he fasted 40 days, 40 nights, imagine not eating nothing, man. Now the Satan come you weak. Hey, we get weak all the time right now, man. What we supposed to just give up? No, we supposed to fight him with the scriptures, just as how the Lord fought him and back then, man. And we have to keep our eyes to the prize. Matter of fact, we get that Ephesians. We can end with that, man. Ephesians, I believe the 3rd chapter, brother. Push towards the mark.
Oh, it's in Philippians.
Yeah, Philippians. So like Philippians. The walk, brother. Philippians 3 and we can start at 12. And then if any brothers got anything else.
I got it.
You got it, brother? You got it.
This is Philippians 3 and 13. It says, Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before. It says, I press, so keeping that eye single, just keeping that tunnel vision, right? It says, I press toward the mark of the prize of the high calling of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
And that's what it is. We got to push toward, hey, yeah, I know we went through certain things. We got certain things might weigh you down because you feel like you're not worthy, but the Lord literally gave you this truth. Remember, he could have gave this truth to anybody. Yeah, we fall, but guess what? We have to keep pushing. Because that's the only way we're going to get to the high prize, the high calling, that mark, man. And that mark is talking about the kingdom of heaven. We want salvation. And the only way to get salvation is fighting in this truth. It says, strive into the truth, into death, and the Lord shall fight for thee, man. It don't say endure for a little while. No, it say into death. So whatever the Lord tell, until the Lord returns, man, hey, we gonna fight, and that's what it is, man.
Hey, and that word press, one of the definitions is to seek after eagerly, earnestly, and devour to acquire. You know, so try your best, try your hardest.
So that's it, man. We close it up.
Hey, so with that, hopefully, Burn, we're edified. We're gonna end it by giving all praises and glory to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Yesharala de Ruel, and salutations to you, Akim, out there in the highways and the byways, preaching his word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
And Abba Abba.
Above the ball.